That's what I would want to see. People, yeah, that's going to be better. So we have about 3 minutes left for the candle to close. 3 minutes left. So let's see how the candle closes. All right. Do you add all the trading journal from Dominion Funding? No. The logo from Dominion Market and Dominion Funding is different because I was trying to buy a Dominion Funding account, but the logo looks so different, which makes me wait. No. Yeah, the logo is different because they're two different companies. The Dominion Funding logo is different, but use the code Raja Black when you do that. If the candle closes weak bullish, yeah. If we close weak bullish and the next one breaks below the low, then I think we can continue to push down. So that will be a impulse entry scenario. $100 risk management, please tell me, stop trading. You're not going to get anywhere with $100. Like, what are you going to do with $100? What are you going to do with $100? Man, if you guys knew how difficult it is to develop machine learning systems, it's crazy to try to develop machine learning systems. Okay, the 30-minute candle is about to close in about 40 seconds. And this will be interesting how we close. You mean AI? Yeah, AI. Let's see. Right. Closing strong bullish. Amazing. 15-minute candle closing weak bearish candle. Amazing. Amazing. This is what we want. This is what we want, my nigga. Let's go now. When we break above this area after wicking down, I think we can continue to push up. I think that would be a... you know what? Let's do this here, okay? Let's do this here for price to push up. Yeah, let's do this over here, but pre-London session. Actually, looking back from how the main market started to now, really quite give you a... Yes, exactly. Exactly. I think we're doing pretty good. 1 hour candle is open. The 30-minute candle closed. Strong bullish candle as long as low. I think there's a pretty good possibility we can continue to push up. Pretty good possibility. Are you using dynamic risk? Yeah, I'm using dynamic risk over here. Dynamic risk. So I'm going to add the rest of the positions once we break above the 15-minute, 41.54, for a price to potentially push up. That's what I will do. What pair is this? Open your eyes, buddy. What do you mean, what pair this is? What do you mean? Okay. Google Gemini, what's up? Google Gemini has a lot of things happening now. Google Gemini, why are you not loading, buddy? Google Gemini. All right, look at that. Break above 41.54. Can add more positions for price to push up. I think that could be a very good idea for price to continue to move. Oh, look at this. Break up of that high. Oh no. Not good. Not good. Very bad. Very bad entry. Very, very bad. I think we have bullish trend and the price is going to move up. Yeah, very bad entry over here. I mean, if we retrace, then I'm going to add it again. I'm going to add another one, but very bad entry. Okay. Take a look at because I wanted to enter around 41.54.40, but it got me in 4 pips late. So that's why. Got me in 4 pips late. That's why it's a very bad entry. Okay, how can I so let's see over here. Buys are in. If we can retrace more, I can add more buys and then we can continue to push up. I think that would be great. That would be great. Great. Beautiful. Beautiful. Stop goes right over here. The stop goes right over here. And here. Awesome. Now all we got to do is sit back and wait for the money to roll in. That's it. Put this over here. Put this over here. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. I think that's the trade for today. Okay, the trade closed at 41. I have a question. Do you determine if the candle closes weak or strong? Yes, I do determine if the candle closes weak or strong. Like this 30-minute candle closed pretty good, pretty good. So based on that, I took a buy initially, but then also waited for the 15-minute to break above the previous highs for price to continue to push up. But if you don't push up, then I think we will come down, break these lows, and this will be a loss. So I'm expecting it to continue to push up. Okay. Interesting. All right. Are we counting the money here today now? Huh? Are we? How is the scamming show? No, it's not a scam. You said 30-minute candle closed bullet, but it had long wick of rejection. Yeah, that's true. Waiting for 41.58, to be honest. I think that will be a good idea for price to continue to push up. 41.68. 41.68. That's what we're looking for. Raja looking jacked. Thank you. I did some back and triceps. So now I'm in profits. Okay? Now understand this and listen to me very carefully. Now I am in profits. If price comes back and takes me in a drawdown, that is all my fault. So what I'm going to do is I will not let price come into a drawdown. The worst case scenario for me in this trade, now this is something I can control. I cannot control the amount of money I'm going to make, okay? I can't control where price will go. But what I can control is how much I'm going to lose. So what I will commit myself of losing, okay, let me put this up in case price just pumps up. In case we make some extra money. Okay, so what I would want to do is I would want to get out at break even. The worst case scenario for me in this trade is to get out at break even. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is to make money. The worst case scenario is to get out at break even. That's my worst case scenario, to get out at break even. So if this entire trade gets me at break even, I'm out. I'm not going to wait around, because that's my style. That's my style. Look at that. See these numbers here running? These numbers? Crazy, right? The way these numbers run. These numbers fluctuate insanely crazy when you're in it. People are securing positions. I'm just ready to close out at break even if something does not go my way. Break even is going to be the only outcome here for me. That's it. Not taking anything worse, right? But like, I think with volume and London Open coming up, we should continue to push up. I think that should be the end goal for price, to continue to push up, right? That's all what we want. We want profits or we want break even. Oh, wow. People are securing. You guys secured 90%. You guys secured whatever, but I'm going to be, ooh, look at this. We're coming down over here. Getting ready to close everything at break even. That's the minimum I want. All right. Just waiting now. As soon as it comes to break even, I'll close everything. Wow, went from 20,000 down to 2,000. The flip one entry should break even. What do you think? No. The flip one entry should not be at break even. I'm looking at the overall dollar value over here. That's what I'm looking at. So yeah, we will wait for that. Either it's break even or it's profits. Nothing else. Nothing else, nothing more. So yeah, we just gotta wait. We got about 4 minutes left for the candle to close, the 15-minute candle. And this is exactly what I do. My whole idea is this: if price will not move the way I want it to move, I will not wait around, because if I enter the trade, I want price to just move, um, like, get me that move and then I'm done. But if it does not do what I want it to do, then I'm just going to be very, very strict and I'm going to get out of it. It's a C15-minute candle. Oh, look at that. We're retracing. Just keeping an eye on this number over here. If it comes to break even, I'm out. That's it. We have 3,000, 2,000, 31, 29. View of Burj Khalifa. It's got a view of my Burj Khalifa, not the real Burj Khalifa. I had to check the name, see for 2FA. Yeah. Why not considering sell on breaking 30-minute previous bull low? Why should I consider sell when we have confirmations for price to continue to push up? Huh? Why should we consider sell? Wow, you see that? You see the turn of events over here? Man. Now we have turn of events over here. We moved into the 17,000 range. This candle is trying to push up. It's wanting to push up, but it's having some problems. 17,000 range, 16,000 range. We need to move up towards 41.58. Right there. That's the sweet spot. We don't want it to do what it's doing. We got about 2 minutes left for the candle to close. You live in Dubai? Yes, I live in Dubai. The amount of people here when you are in a trade, man. Is this true? We got a lot of people over here. How many people we got? It's just 1,700 people over here. Nothing crazy. But yeah, but waiting for it to continue to 41.58. I think that's going to be good. Do you care about the 15-minute resistance on the left? No, I don't care about this 15-minute resistance because if you look on the 30-minute, this 30-minute has some sort of a probability to push up. So that's the only thing I care about, the 30-minute. Big push, I don't know. We got about 30 seconds left for the 15-minute candle to close, and this 15-minute candle has to keep closing the way it's closing. If it closes the way it closes, I think there's a good probability the next candle can continue to push up. So that would be better that way. Oh, what? My booking was declined? Okay, look at that. 15-minute candle has formed. New 15-minute candle. We need to wick down and then continue to push up. What time of the day you prefer to hit the gym? Morning. I prefer early morning. You know what? Since it's not moving the way I want it to move, I may get out at 41.60 because this area of rejection is somewhat bothering me a little bit. This area over here. This area is somewhat bothering me over here. Maybe it's bothering this price as well because there's this rejection area. When we moved above over here, there was nothing that could stop us. We just continued to move. There was nothing that was there to basically stop us. Have you seen the movie The Mask? In The Mask, like, you know, when he hears the mask and he goes all spin and rooney and then he says, somebody stop me. That's the thing over there. Close half now. Why? I bought Dominion funding account. I have blown up in a week by over trading, so please guide me to manage the funded account. Well, how can I guide you to stop over trading, buddy? There's no way I can guide you. There's no way. You can only guide yourself, to be honest. All right, now we are in the 20,000 range over here now. Candle is pushing up nice. Once we break above this area, I think we are gonzo. We need to break above this area. If we break above this wick right over here, then the candle should have no business breaking below its own low. You understand? That's sort of like the risk management you're trying to do. It should have no business breaking below that low. See, now look at that. We've broken above this area now. Now it should have no business breaking below its own low. So now I'll bring my stops right over here. Okay? Right here. One by one, I'll bring them right over here. Right here. So slowly now we're moving into the 30,000 range over here. Slowly. Slowly but surely we're moving into the 30,000 range. Oh, look at that. Should I secure at 30,000? Because this area is a little bit of a problematic area here for me. It's giving me, yeah. See that? See that problem? That's a problem over there. This area is sort of a issue. This is an issue waiting to happen. But at least everything is secure now. The worst case scenario for me is profits. The worst case scenario is profits. Yeah, I think after being in the trade for this long and price not doing what I wanted it to do, it's time to secure this right over here, right? Around 40, 50 pips right over here, because we're coming up to this rejection. I'm not too confident about this rejection, so I'm out. So well done, everyone. Very, very well done. We got about 2,000 people watching over here. Wow, beautiful. Excellent data. Excellent waiting. Excellent use of dynamic risk. An excellent way to end the day. SMC is enough for being a profitable trader. Man, shut up. You took entry on the 30-minute candle support, but wasn't that wick bigger than the body? Yeah, it was bigger than the body, but then I also based it on the 15-minute impulsive break above the high as well for price to push up. That's what I did as well. Wow, look at that. I'm keeping 10% running, hoping London can push price to 41.46. Yeah, I agree with that. I think we can. I think we can.